We have here a Volkswagen LT40 as advertised. We're just going to go round and we're going to start the engine. It hasn't been started for over 10 days, and just a quick pictorial round. So as we go around, we'll show you that the rust is fairly minimal. If you look around the windscreen has been damaged by a low loader, so we'll hopefully get that replaced, but if not, that will be knocked off the price. As you can see, all the down there's pretty good. The doors are good. Inside the doors here, pretty good. And there's no real sign of any major rot. We've looked around the chassis. Again, we can't see anything there. It's all pretty solid. So there's a seatbelt issue. So we do need seatbelts, which is explained in the advert. Right, okay. So again, instrumentation. The ignition has been moved. But it works fine. Okay, so, and obviously the engine's there in a place where you can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start this. It hasn't been started for 10 days. Pretty confident. At first pull, with a bit of fan belt squeal, we should have something go. Wait for the glow plug. Okay, the glow plug's out. And we go through gears. Clutch is good. So that hasn't been started probably for about 10 days. Runs sweet. There's a bit of a blow on the exhaust there, somewhere on the manifold possibly. We're going to go around the vehicle now. Okay, as I say, it's pretty straight. There is a damaged windscreen. Sadly, that was done by a low loader that came round a few days ago, so that's being addressed. The general structure of the vehicle is pretty good. It has issues. Some of the issues are like the locks. These hinges are seized and need work on these little lockers. There's some paint issues, but obviously we are looking at a vehicle that's old and in for restoration, but generally she's there. There is an awning, hasn't been tested, and there's a split door there too, which seems to shut okay. We're coming in, it's a bit messy in here. The previous guy had done some work to it and stopped, so come in and have a look. So it's not too bad. Depends on your standard, I suppose. As I described, the windows, there's a bit of crack on that one, and there's some hinge issues with this one, hence the string. And there's a sort of basic seating area there, and it's fairly reasonable. Difficult to get an idea of size, so we'll come back and we'll come into the lounge area. Okay, there's a seating area there. Okay, and then through to the cab, and obviously we have the engine cover off. Cooking, cleaning area. Okay, it's fairly standard size sink. The oven, pretty good size. It looks in fairly good condition. I should imagine with a service would be fairly usable. Okay, bearing in mind this vehicle hasn't got a huge amount of miles on it. We're going to the electric area. Everything lights up. I mean, a couple of the bulbs work. I'm not too sure about the 240, but it's pretty basic stuff. There is a heater on here. That's all lit up there. And you say 2 of the lights are still working fine at the top. Cupboard space, standard, but again, shabby. And then we come into the bathroom area. I'll turn the camera. It's pretty basic. I mean, it could be nice. It's a good size, but it definitely wants cleaning, and some mirrors and some tiles, etc. But it's all there, and a fan. And I'll just take a view from this side. Okay, that gives you an idea of the size of the vehicle. So she's 24 foot long by 7 foot 7, and she weighs approximately 4 tons. It all seems to be okay, but obviously this is for somebody to be doing some work to. As I say, is shabby in areas around the back here. You'll see it needs tidying up with the trim. I can't see any leaks in the roof, but my understanding is the previous owner, or one of the previous owners, had attempted to grow some weed in here apparently, so there was some damp issues, but nothing that had leaked from the roof. I'll step back from the vehicle. Okay, it's a good size. I say it'll make a nice home, if I can get a focus on this, for somebody. Sorry about the focus. I don't know why the camera's not focusing in on this. But, there you go. Any questions? As I say, I can't see anything apart from the lockers and the trim issues. Need sorting. As regards to the lights and the electrics, we'll just have a quick look to double check what's right and wrong. So put on the ignition. I believe the fan works still. Yep. Hazards. Yep, they seem to be fine, which I do know the indicators are a little bit intermittent. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but I'm sure that's not too difficult. Lights, check the lights. Yep, lights seems to be okay. If someone was to drive this on trade plates, I'm sure they'd get away with it on a fairly short journey. It's a bit messy, this side hasn't been cleaned. Regards to the water tank and the fridge and the cooker, how it works, I mean, I haven't tested it, but you know, again, it's probably just not been used. Got SAT issues, and that's about it really. As I say, the main issue is the windscreen. As I said, I'd probably knock off the price of 150 quid, because they are available if I can't get this replaced before the end of the sale. And that's it. But there, you know, regards to rust, there's not a lot of rust. There's a little bit there, bit of surface rust. That's the biggest patch on the vehicle I can find, but nothing of any significance. And winder handles, I think, work as they should.